And yes, it's another day of alchemy from your one and only alchemist, Vismiles. And today we're going to be doing something spectacular. And here's what you're going to do for me. Become one of my +1 subscribers today and smash that subscribe button, like and share this video. Without taking more time, let's go slow and steady.
Alright guys, so in this tutorial we're going to be creating something I got from my students in my academy. So I was requested to design this. Let me just quickly go there. Yes, this is the picture here. So they saw this design and they were like, yo, how can we create this? How can we create this? And that's what I'm going to be doing in this tutorial. Alright, so the first thing I want you to notice about designs like this is to study it. What are the things you see? What are the things you see and observe in the design? So one, we'll start from the beginning. You can see the logo, the church logo is here. The church logo is here, somewhere up there. And there is a perspective for this work, for the write-up, and there is also the road. The road goes this way, okay? So these are the things you need to know. And you also need to know the tools you are using if they can achieve this effect for you. Alright, so there are three tools we normally use in graphic design as smartphone graphic designers. We used to use designing tools. We used to use Pixellab, use Canva, and we use PSCC. And among all of these apps, two can actually do this effect, okay, which is Pixellab and PSCC. But Pixellab will not be able to achieve some other details that we see in the design. Take for example, if you look very deep down, you will see you might not be able to achieve it perfectly like that. You would see this texture, the road texture, and you also see this shiny light here. And there is an illusion that light is coming from this part. Okay, it's an illusion that light is coming from here, that shines on the body of the car here, and the shadow follows suit. All right. So now we're going to be using the app that has the advantage over all of them. All right, but we cannot do everything just like that. So first thing I'm going to do is to show you what is needed. So the first thing needed is for you to design this stuff here in your Pixellab. Go ahead and design these guys here. All right, take a text, write day 3 and all this Instagram stuff. So I'm going to quickly go to my Pixellab and show you what I did. So in my Pixellab, I did where's it? I already designed something here, which is day 3, and I put all the Instagram handles. So this font for day 3 is the name of the font for day 3 is, let's see. The name of the font for day 3 is where is it? Let's go to my recent. The name of the font for day 3 is Biggie John. This font here, and the font for the smaller text is SK Modernist. All right, so I just use it because it looks similar. And now we're going to hop on to, I've saved it as PNG. Save your text as PNG. When you've written everything down, just write it straight, just as it is here. Write everything straight like this, day 3 and all this stuff here, and save it as PNG. To do that, just go down here and save the image as transparent. Let me hide this guy here. Save the image as transparent like this. All right. Yes, save the image like this as transparent. Okay, so once you're done, you can go on to PS Touch. So here's my PS Touch here, and it's going to rotate because mine always do that. So now we're going to use our screen like this, and here's the file I'm working on. Okay, so I've already imported the things that I needed. I've imported this roadside texture. Okay, I went to Free Pick and I downloaded this road texture stuff here. Right, and I also went to Pinterest and I looked for top view of old vehicle, and among all the vehicles I saw, this was the only one that was looking closest to the one that was in the design. All right, then here is my day 3 and every other stuff. Then there's one empty background here. To add any image, you just simply click here. Where's my stuff? You simply click this plus icon here to add. Let's take this out. To add any image, just simply click this plus icon here. All right. Then that's it, guys. Now let's get to work. So I'm going to be creating my own background here with a color of my choice. So let's just say the color of the background in that particular one was not white, it was something purple. Let's try to do something like that. something purple like this. Let's just say this is our own color. Okay, let's just say this is our own color. All right, so now the first thing we need to do is to create our own road, and to create our road we need to use our vehicle, all right, to get perspective. All right, so let me reduce this guy's size a little bit so we can have some space for the main stuff. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want you to imagine this picture fully, like the road here, right here. Oops, so sorry about that. The road. Okay, so the road should be there. I think my phone sensor. So we have something like this here. This is how our road should be for this car to be perfect. Or you could just, let's just see. Let's make it a little bit more like this and this. Okay, so this is how our road is going to be. All right, so yes, that's how our road is going to be. Every other thing is going to just follow suit from here. So this is the angle we're working with. All right, okay, so then let's go to the background, this downside, this layer here, and I'm going to press the plus icon and do a new layer. All right, then I'm going to go over here and select this not lasso tool, select this polygon selection tool, and the polygon selection tool is what we're going to use to draw our line. So click outside the box and do outside here. So we have one line there. Click here, click, let's see, just click somewhere here and close it here. Let's close it. So we have something like this. It's not as perfect as we wanted, but we could work with this, right? So let's just say let's do it again. It did not really do it well. Okay, let's just see. As these sections are selected, we're going to press this hand icon and fill the stroke and change the color to something we can see. Let's say white, let's say yellow or white. All right, so we have something like this. We can deselect now. Just quickly maybe choose another tool. I'm just going to choose another tool, so it's going to deselect this. So now the next thing to do is we're going to look for how to rotate it to fit what we originally had in mind. So we're going to do something like this. Yes, we're going to rotate it. Just press the hand icon. We're going to zoom it to be big like this, so it covers that area. All right, so now we have our perspective at least placed. Oh, okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to work with this guy here. I'm going to select this. I'm going to touch this our road layer up here and click and drag it down here. Let's open it up. Let's hide this guy and let's zoom this one also to be bigger. Let's increase the scale to be big like this. All right, so we have this now. Then we're going to open this guy here. What we want to do is cut out this place that is right, let me just show you. Now we're going to click this pen icon here. All right, and once you click that, you're going to pick this other setting, the selection setting icon, then select pixel. Make sure you are on this layer of the white place we just created, the perspective for the road. All right, after selecting this pixel, then click the layer of the road. Then we're going to press this icon here and let's see, I want us to invert it, so click this one here and press inverse. So inverse is going to select the opposite part, and we're going to clear this selected part. So this is what we have now. Let's hide this now. So we have our road created for us here. Okay, all right, so that's the first part. That's like the first step. So we can change our background color to anything later. So that's the first step. Okay, then let's do this. We're going to click this background layer and we're going to select overlay as a blend mode. All right, we're going to select overlay as a blend mode. We can duplicate it twice, so it's going to have a little bit more color. All right, that's not all. So we have that. Then next thing to do now is let's see. Now we're going to create we can do it with this guy now. Sorry, do it with this guy now. Let's delete it. So the next thing to do now is to complete our illusion, right? Our settings or anything we're doing now. Let's see. I think I'm going to change this background color later on, but let's just work with the one we have now. So I'm going to do now. Let's work on our on the vehicle. Okay, we want to create a shadow effect, so we can reduce the opacity of some of this road layer, so it's going to be not too hard like that. All right, it's not going to be too hard like that. So let's reduce this one, zone 2, a little bit like this. It's not going to be too concentrated. All right, so the next thing to do now is select this guy here, this pixel, this vehicle. Select the pixel, then we're going to press the plus icon and add an empty layer. Then after that, we're going to press this hand icon and fill stroke. It's going to give us something like this, but we want it to be black, so we're going to choose the black color. So now just watch me closely on what we're trying to do with this. Now after that being selected, we can deselect it. We're done with the work here, then bring it down here underneath it. Okay, now here's the part where we begin to do some magic. Okay, so we're going to press this edit icon here, which is this one here, this plus icon here. We're going to press that now to edit this guy. Then watch me, make sure this is, you touch this here, click it again, so it's going to have the aspect ratio will not be maintained. All right, so all we need to do is do something like this. Now what we're trying to create is an illusion of shadow. Can you see? We're already doing it, so just keep on doing that. So we're going to do something like this for here. All right, because you know the light source is coming from the top, from that side, so we're still going to do something like this just to create our illusion. All right, so we've done that. Now the next thing to do is to I want to extend this illusion here to make it come a little bit forward. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to go back to this selection tool here, this marquee selection tool here, and do something like this. Click here. Nope, let's undo that. Okay, let's just delete this. Okay, and let's create another one. Just create another one by clicking it again somewhere here. Yes, good. So you might make mistakes sometimes, but just stay with that. Right, I think this is okay. Let's just do it. Then we'll click up here and fill stroke again, so it gives us that complete shadow. So let's get out of this guy here. So it gives us that complete shadow, something like this. So we have the shadow of the car almost going this way, right? Let's see, we can still do something to it to make it more realistic. We would add the fade effect. So just click fade here, and fade, you're going to adjust it like this. Let me zoom it well. So we're going to adjust the fade like this. Okay, let's try to maintain the lines. Right, so let's just leave it like this for now. We're still going to work on this other area, but at least we have the effect well done. There's still a little bit of issue, but we can work with that. And the next thing to do is to click this effect and add the Gaussian blur, but the Gaussian blur is not going to be that serious, so just reduce it a little bit so it looks like a shadow truly. All right, then yeah, good. Afterwards, now it's time for us to let's work on this guy here. Now let's work on this guy here. So we're going to select the pixel of the car again, select pixels, and create another empty layer, then press this hand icon and choose this gradient. So when you choose gradient, it's going to give you something like this, and this is what I call the grading. Okay, so it helps us to create a kind of like shadow effect to support us with our light illusion. What we're trying to create, that okay, light is coming from the back, and yes, so we'll use this tool here. What it does is that it gives a gradient fade inside the selected area. All right, so we're going to work with that now. All right, good. So this is fair enough. Right, then you're done with the selection. You can just click outside. and we have this. It's already looking very nice. Okay, now the next thing for us to do is to create our light source. All right, let's create our light source. So we need something coming from here like this to give us the illusion of this perfect light. All right, so let's do that. So I'm going to click this lasso tool again, and we're going to do something like this. Let's just work with something like this now. Let's go here like this, and let's just see how it's going to work out. Okay, let's do it again. Let's do it again. Let's just do it outside this guy here. Okay. Alright, then we're going to select create an empty layer also. Don't forget to do that. So anything we are effecting on is going to work on that empty layer. So we're going to do fill stroke, and this time around we're going to give it let's pick a color. Okay, let's pick a color. Let's pick this purple here that is here, and make it brighter like this. Alright, then the next thing we're going to do is to you can get out of this guy here. Let's click this guy here. Next thing we're going to do now is to press this blend options, go to blend mode and select linear dodge. It's going to make everything to shine, and I know, yes, it's going to make everything to shine. So what we're going to do now, again, we're going to fade out some part of it. So we're going to do that fade stuff again. We're going to do the fade stuff again, something like this. Alright, so having done that, we can also still carry this guy up here like this, so it covers that side that was left out. So this is our illusion. Then now we can add the Gaussian blur effect to it, so it's going to be subtle. All right, so it's going to be subtle. Let's do it one more time. Let's do it one more time again. No, not directional blur. Cancel this guy. Let's do Gaussian blur again. Let's do it like 3 more times. All right, so it's just going to be a soft fade. All right, okay. Now let's go to our background and let's make it a little bit darker so it can blend with this guy here. So let's give it let's go to the color fill, choose a dark color like this, very dark one. Let's see, what are you doing? Okay, still on the background, right? Okay, I thought I was doing something else. So let's go there, color fill, make it okay. I think this is okay. I think it's going to balance out. What is happening? Oh, okay. So let's undo that. All right, then I think we're going to do this one manually by ourselves. We would select this area. Select this area here, just down here, and give it a dark color. Let's give it a dark color, fill stroke. Let's make it darker. Fill. Then we can also increase the size like this, so it goes. All right. Let's get out of this guy here. We can also add the same Gaussian blur effect to this background, so it's not going to be too solid. Okay, so let's just make it like this. Then the next step, now we're going to make it's not going to make sense for me to have only this ground here and every other thing is looking awkward. So we're going to go over to the effects layer here and go to styles, then go to this halftone. Right, so this halftone is going to kind of like add more to, so we're going to edit the colors now. We want the whites to still be pink, to still be this dark pink like we have here. Right, and the blacks to be a darker pink too. So let's choose that color too, so everything goes well. Then we can reduce the strength like this. All right, so we have our illusion at least created. Okay, now the next thing is to put our effects now. So we need to work on this guy. So you see, it's already making sense. It's already making sense. This is amazing. All right. So what we need to do to this guy now is to give it perspective. All right. So let's reduce this guy's size. Let's reduce this. Hey, no. All right. So make sure when you're trying to reduce this guy's size, you snap back the ratio, aspect ratio. All right. So now let's see what we're going to do now. Now, these are the tools that you use to give it perspective. This guy here and this guy here. All right. So let's see how it's going to work. Let's see what they do. So if I bend this guy here, it's giving us something like this, right? It's giving us something like this, right? Let's go back. If I touch the upper guy here, giving me something like this. Any of these styles can work though, depending on what you want to do. So let's rotate it a little bit small. Right. Let's reduce the size a little bit more. This stuff now that we did here, it can actually work if you want to just if you want to stop here, it can actually still work, right? But let's try to create something similar to the one we saw. So now it's time for us to the right perspective. So we've done a little bit perspective. That one is 225. Let's see. Oh, don't do that. Let's see. Yes. All right. So this is it. So we've been able to do something like this now. All right. Good. So you see, that's just basically it here. So you see, we're able to do the effects well. Then now, let's see. If you notice this guy here, this is our shadow here. This is our shadow here. It's really obstructing these people here, and they are complaining to me. All right. Let's see how many minutes to spend. 20 something. Wow. So we're going to do something now. Either we're going to reduce the opacity, but reducing the opacity is not going to make it look nice. So we're going to do something else. Let's see. Let's give it a blend mode. Let's do overlay. Let's see how it's going to be. What if we duplicate it? Duplicate the overlays. Okay. No, it's not making sense. So we're going to undo that and undo the overlay effect. Let's give it normal. We're going to add Gaussian blur now to it. Let's add the Gaussian blur to it and make it more. Yes. Let's do something like this. Add the Gaussian blur again. All right. Then now let's see what we're going to do to these guys. Let's give them this day 3. Let's give them overlay. Okay. Let's see if we duplicate the overlay, what is going to happen? Is it going to get it brighter? Let's duplicate it. Okay, it made it brighter, but we're not seeing the other effects here. So there is something that needs to be done. So now before we do that, let's merge these layers down because what's the name? PSCC has limited layers, so anytime your layers are too much, just merge down the ones that you think you've done your work there. So let's see. I think I've done the work there. Let's merge these ones down to these two day 3. Let's merge them down. All right. Then we're going to duplicate and see. And this guy here, we're going to add more fade to him. We're going to add more fade to this shadow guy here. So we'll do it like this. Let's see. Okay, now let's do something else to make this brighter. We're going to go over to the settings and go to the curves and make these guys here brighter. Right, increase the brightness of them. Right. Okay, before we do that, let's undo everything. Let's undo this effect we did for the shadow, reducing the shadow effect, and let's add that stuff back to it. So take the lights up, make them brighter, do the same thing to the down one here, make it bright. Okay. There's a little, I know you see it here, I know you see it. Let's see if we hide this guy here. So the day 3 is not working, it's not working. Let's give this one a normal blend. Okay, let's give them a normal blend. let's give them a normal blend. Okay, so what we're going to do now is to, since the blend mode is not really working for us now, we're going to increase the size so at least people, let's merge these two guys together. Let's merge them together, merge down. So we're going to increase the size so people can see that, okay, it is day 3 that is written here. Let's see. Oh, this is nice though. I love the effect though. So let's do it in a way that people can see that, okay, it is day 3 that's written here. All right. So the problem is actually from this our shadow effect, right? Okay, let's see what we can do to that. We're going to go to this shadow effect now and give him the correction he deserves. Right, so do not look for my trouble. So we're going to do something like this. Okay, let's see. Okay, something is coming up now. So this is what you're going to do. Just let's see. I think this is better. We can duplicate it though if you want to. You can duplicate it so it will still show. So I'm going to do something here. Is this particular area here that's giving me the issue? So let's correct it. Put the fade again, and we are going to come this way this time around. And do something like this. Alright, so let's go to the one below and do the same thing to it. Fade. Okay, not so much here. Alright, so now we have something that's at least better than before. All right, so guys, that's it. That's it. So the remaining thing, the leftover things to do now is just to add maybe the church venue here, and maybe let's see if we can duplicate this guy to cover the rest of the road. Let's see now. Let's make it double, duplicate the layer, and let's see what we're going to do to this guy here. Let's flip it over to complete this road here. Right. I'm going to duplicate that. So let's merge all of them down. Let's merge these two guys down. These two guys here. Let's merge them down. And yes. Okay. So now we could do something again to just sell off the effect finally. Let's make this a little bit brighter. Whew, oh guys. Okay, 28 minutes. I'm going to try to cut this down, Right, let's do one final effect now. I press the plus icon, empty layer. Let's take it up to top here, and we're going to do something like this now. Let's go to brush tool now. I'm going to pick a color, make the color this same color guy here, and I'm going to make it dark a little bit, then make the linear dodge. All right, so when you put something like this, okay, good. So let's increase the pen size. Okay, the pen size is good. So let's do something like this and increase the size like this, increase the size like this. Let's see. Okay. Alright, then the next thing to do is to give it the Gaussian blur effect to the highest. Alright, so we have something like this. Let's do it again. Let's increase the size a little bit more. And add a little more Gaussian blur effect to it. We're going to do this now for like 2 or 3 times. We're going to take this out a little bit again. Let's make it subtle. Alright, so guys, there you have it. Whew. All right, so don't forget to like and subscribe for more video tutorials like this. I'm your guy, Vismilesdesigns. Yeah.